Welcome to the Primo Podcast, where we are crossing boundaries with music. I'm your host, Naples Spain, and today we have a special guest, Jaywon. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for coming. Now, for those who are familiar with you and for those you're new to, I want you to introduce yourself. Who are you? Where'd you start? What you doing?
Okay, my full name's Jaywon Iledari, popularly known as Jaywon. I'm a Nigerian artist, actor, and a producer. I do a lot of things. I'm that kind of guy that once I can think about it, I believe I can do it. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Kogi State. Kogi is one of the states from Nigeria. But I'm in Dallas.
Yeah, getting it done, making it happen.
Making things happen.
Right. How'd you get started?
Oh, it's the love. There's a love for the music, and I grew up listening to the likes of King Sunny Ade. It's actually one of my biggest influence when it comes to music. Because this is my uncle. While growing up, go let us rest. He's always playing King Sunny Ade. So, I grew up listening to the likes of King Sunny Ade. Then from there, I moved to Celine Dion, Michael Bolton, and the rest of them. So sometimes if you hear my music and I'm on top of my voice and shouting, just know that's from Michael Bolton.
Yes, that's where it came from.
That's where it came from. So,
nice.
I'm just that kind of guy that just love what I do. Music is everything for me.
Right.
The only thing that is ahead of music for me, that's my family. And
right.
But music, I love it, and gives me. Sometimes I'll be listening to my own music and goosebumps be coming out of my own.
Right, you be talking to yourself.
I'm like, this is good. And then when I meet people that love my music, I'm like, okay, that's it right there. That's the feeling right there. So I enjoy doing this.
Nice. Now, I did some research on you, and I saw that your music touches a lot of people in different areas, such as mental health. What is that about? How did you plan on that, or did it just happen?
Okay, so a lot of people be thinking I do gospel music. I'm not a gospel artist.
Okay, that's clear. We're gonna get that real clear. Not a gospel artist.
I'm not a gospel artist, but I'm just that kind of guy that I love to put I love to put myself in people's shoe.
Okay.
And I be like, what is he going through? What is going on in his head? What does he? He's working so hard, he's not getting what he deserves, but gotta keep working.
Right.
So the music for me is a lifestyle.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be my story. It could be your story. It could be the boss story. It could be anybody's story. But I want people to relate to my music, and that is what has been. Now that's why some of the music they can't. Even sometimes they try to talk about it. The music speaks for itself. Just keep. There are some of them that just keep trending. I'm that kind of guy that somebody who can just create a content with my music, and for the next 1 or 2 weeks or 1 month, the song is trending again, maybe on TikTok, on Reels, or anywhere, because the music connected. There's a message. There's a message in the sound, man. The mental, part of it. I'm very sure you're talking about Ajay. Ajay is one song that I'm not the one that said it. People come to me and be like, bro, that song.
Okay.
Man, I can't get it off my head. It's like you're talking to me. Yeah. That's what good music does to you. Yeah.
When they say that to you,
it gives me. I say that's the reason why I'm still here. That's the reason why I'm still doing it. When I'm able to get this feedback from people, and it's not just Nigeria. From Uganda, from Kenya, from Ghana, South Africa, and all that. And it's helpful. When you're doing something and people can walk up to you and say, "Bro, I enjoy what you're doing." It's encouraging.
Nice. At what part of your career, at what time were you like, you know what, this is really it? I know you started, but you know how people can start to do something and then they realize it doesn't work, and then they try to do something else. At what point were you like, oh, this is it? We're going all the way through. There's nothing else to it.
When I made this year.
Okay. That was it.
The song this year. Because the story behind the song is very long.
Oh, well, we got all the time today. Go ahead.
What year? 2012.
2012.
Yes.
This year,
before I met you.
yeah.
You're talking about like almost
I met you in
11 years
2000.
ago?
No, I met you in 2011. 2011. Yeah. So you made the song
for the Grammys.
Yeah. So
Like,
yeah. So you made the song in 2012, and the song is still relevant today.
2000 and, what am I saying? Okay, end of 2012.
12. Okay.
And that was one point that even the label had already given up on me.
Mhm.
You know, everybody knew I was signed to Kenny's
Music. Yes.
that, you know, at that time was the biggest in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There was no any other label even close,
Yeah.
you know, at that time. So they were already giving up on me. They already, you know, told me to even, you know, the room they gave me to, you can leave now. You know, so, but the only reason why I was still sticking around was because it was not from the boss directly.
Yeah.
It was
For some management.
manager.
Mhm.
But, you know, I know where I came from. I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
Right.
There's one thing a lot of people don't understand about my music and about me. I only have one option to be successful,
And that's music.
and the only thing that God has given me is this talent. It's just me, you know. So I cannot go back to Kogi. I can.
You can't go back.
Yeah.
But there is poverty, is all the things that you don't want, you know. So the only thing for me is to work hard, is to keep doing what I'm doing that people love, you know. So this year, I was just big shout out to Black Jesus, by the way. Black Jesus is one of the biggest producers right now in Nigeria, you know, and he was always calling me, so boss, please now give me this chance to work with you. Let me give you a song, you know. Let me do one song for you. So then I was just, you know, when Nigeria Lagos traffic, I was driving, I was going home. I'd be like, I'm gonna have to face this traffic home again. And then I'm in this, you know, mainland, that part of mainland where Black Jesus lives.
Yeah.
Let's call that boy now. So call him and be like, okay, are you, you know, around Ikeja? We can quickly do something before,
Right.
it's because of the traffic.
Yeah.
Around, you know. And that was it, you know, we started and I'd be like, okay, so what are we don't reach studio now, we're in the studio. What are we gonna do? I said, okay, what? Yeah, now there's always an idea. We're, you know, getting close to the end of the year. Let's, you know, do something to encourage the fans, to let them know that, you know, this new year is gonna be a better year for all of us. That was it.
It was how this year
That was
came
how
about.
I came about this song.
I love that song, by the way. I do. It goes to the top of the chart every end of the year. It's just like a message in the song.
The end and the top of the year.
And I'm telling you, it's like
Finish the year. You start the year
You
with
know,
this.
this year, and you know, I had a tweet to it this year. I featured Carl Wolf. He's a Canadian artist.
Okay.
I feature him on the, like, he would make up the song, and boom, I just went crazy on TikTok, and
How crazy are we talking though?
over 1.2 million creations on TikTok.
videos.
Oh yeah, that's
That's huge.
that's really
that
big.
went crazy. Now it's stopping the chart in Uganda, it's stopping chart in South Africa, and it's just, I just wake up one morning, you see a message, you see, oh, we want to do this, we want like this. Like yesterday, I woke up, we were you know, trying to schedule some interviews for you. People has been asking, and you know, oh, that's the feeling when you're doing something and they don't like me though. The industry don't like me.
Wait.
Why don't they like
What you mean they don't like you?
No. Let's ask this question.
Times
There must be a reason why they don't like you.
There has
Well, you
to
know how
be.
big the song is. I only want Eddies for this year,
Yeah.
and of all the other awards, I mean, I don't even care about awards. If you know me, you know that I want a pocket full of money. I want, because I'm a responsible kind of guy that I like to do. You know, my community where I'm from, I do a lot of charity.
Right.
Do a lot
Giving back.
Yeah.
the widows, to the orphans. I have family. I have cousins that every day you'll be like, Jaywon is my brother. Jaywon is my brother. He's not helping me. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. And I have to be responsible, whether I like it or not. I just
Right.
have to do.
You have a purpose.
So
Yeah.
award don't be waiting at the chase, because award will not put food on the table of those people.
True.
So, and I need to make money, but sometimes you want to be
Recognized from
want to
work.
be recognized for the work that you're
Definitely.
doing.
Definitely.
When not when you are, we're doing it well. Mommy, there's no any artist in Nigeria that has a song like this.
Right.
Think about it.
Yeah, it's true. It's like that.
Big shout out to Whiskey, Davido, Burna, and all of them. There is no any Nigerian artist that has a song like this year.
I would say the song is very timeless.
It's timeless. Yes.
There's not, you know how with different songs, they have their times, their seasons, but this one, it could never.
And trust me, I didn't make it timeless.
Right.
The people decided to make it a song that comes up every year, whether you like him or not. You know, whether you, yeah, it was a post. I woke up one day, I saw a post from Ayanima Shaun saying, whether you like it or not, this song it's done over 10 years already. So do you want to stop it now? You know, and people don't, I be like, they don't want to give you credit for that because complex, but this is what God has done. It is not you. You cannot stop, man. Yeah, you know. So, but between you and I feel blessed to have a song like that.
Sure.
And you know, I give it to the fans and everyone who's been supporting me, including him right here. You know, I'm not saying it because he's here. You know, in his own way, he's done. You know, some I've called him a couple of times and he'd be like, "Okay, Jaywon, we'll look for a way to," you know. So, and I give it for people like that,
Right.
Because you have all these long lists of artists that you can call.
Of course.
So that is me. Anybody that show me love, I think about it. You have long lists of artists that you can, you know, do this with. You decided to call me. I appreciate that.
Nice. Now, you've been in the industry, obviously, over 10 years. I mean, the song is over 11 and going past and past. How have you been able to overcome the obstacles? Like, what were some of your low points that kept you going, that you had to learn, like lesson learned?
And especially for me, I feel like leaving Africa and relocating to America, you know, like I've been in the business for like 15 years. Usually the music comes from back home to here. Mm-hmm. I've never seen any artist move, especially when you move the way, like pretty much at the prime of your career, at the peak of your career, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you left Nigeria and you relocated to America. Usually it's always the other way around. People have to go, the music comes from Africa. And I wonder how you've managed to sustain, managed to stay relevant, managed to stay in the game, because that's something that's the gap we've tried to bridge all these years. But it seems like when an artist leaves Africa, they look at that person as an international artist. So now nobody's, because you're not there to do those shows, you're not there to touch your fan base or do shows over there. So you're here, but still you manage to be relevant, even in the media, even musically. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how have you managed to stay relevant? What are the challenges?
So I think it is a thing of the mind. To me, I don't think I've actually relocated. I'm just here, and I believe anywhere I find myself, I gotta leave.
Yes.
Anywhere I find myself, if I find myself in the jungle, I know where I'm coming from, boss. I gotta survive.
Sure.
If you know where you're coming from, then, and you know that you don't want to go back there, then every day that you wake up, you gotta look for ideas to be more relevant. You gotta look for things to do to be relevant. And we have internet.
Yeah.
We have all these platforms to do a lot. You just keep moving. And this is for any other person watching me right now and listening. You kill yourself the minute you stop moving. You kill your brand, you kill your career the minute, the seconds you stop. So no matter what you're doing, you just have to keep moving and just have to keep doing it.
Definitely.
And it will come, you know, it will definitely come together. For me, I love this. This is my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I cannot stop. And for me not to stop, I have to keep moving. I have to keep doing something. I have an album ready as I'm talking to you, and 95% of this album were produced in Dallas here. The collaboration with Carl Wolf in Canada, I did it from here. I shot the video from here. It didn't even come to Dallas. Nice. But if you watch the video, you'll probably be looking like, this guy was in Dallas. No, we shot it here. Yeah. And so it's a thing of the mind that if you want to give up, or the other people will exist. Nobody is. I'm not the kind of guy saying that I would advise you not to give up. Yeah. If you want to give up, you just know that, or you give up, you are giving up on your own. Right. The other people will not give up; they will continue to exist. So, if you want to be relevant, if you want to be great, you can't stop. You have to keep moving.
Right.
You have to just keep doing it, and you know, I feel like they said, like a thousand. How do you say that? Like a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step.
Yeah.
So, but don't blame people if you don't try.
Right.
Yeah, you have to make that step.
You have to keep moving. So,
definitely. And Was it a couple of weeks ago you were in the news?
Talking about social media and marketing and staying relevant.
Yeah, man.
What you done
I know.
did?
Trust me, I'm very sure you're talking about the Teju, and the podcast, or which one? Because I've been in
The one with Burna Boy.
with one with Burna Boy. Shout out to Burna Boy, by the way. He knows how much I love him. He knows how much I respect his talent. But if nobody is saying it, somebody like us will say it. For example, I made it 2011.
Yeah.
That was way before Afrima.
Yes, true.
Will anybody say that you have not contributed to Afrobeat? As far as I'm concerned, in this America, you're one of the people that put Afrobeat where they are today. I don't care who is watching. I don't care what anybody thinks, and I'm not gonna take, because it's what I know. I don't say what I don't know.
Speaking facts.
And when it comes to Africa, I know what you guys went back and front with the other Africa in Africa as well. The one in Africa, I was the original guy that owns the idea of that Africa award. He came to Kenny's music. I met him. That was the first time I ever heard of, Africa on All African. So I know some of these things, but if I don't talk about it, don't mean I don't know.
Right.
So people like you, if you don't put some of these things in place, that people from Nigeria can come to America to perform, to network. For me, I'll tell you, networking is way bigger than all the kind of promotions that you can do.
Right.
True.
A platform where people come together, exchange numbers, exchange emails. People don't know how important that is.
That's true.
So it's not until somebody put money in your pocket. If somebody invites you somewhere where you're able to meet someone that, link you up to another person that gave you a deal or that gave you a platform, you have to still give back to the first person that started. So my own problem is some people coming out to say nobody pave way or nobody do anything for them. Somebody doesn't need to put money in your pocket for the pave way for you. Somebody doesn't need to take you and give you to another person or carry you to a place before you say that person pave way for you.
Right.
If somebody gave you a contact that you call that gave you $1 million deal, the person did not pay for you.
No, but I understand. I watched that whole interview. Like that's the mindset that I totally disagree with. People inspire people. People pave way for others.
Right.
It makes it a lot easier for people to do stuff now musically. I'm talking about Afrobeat artists, because a lot of other artists before them they've knocked down those doors.
Right.
They've made it possible for even the mainstream market here in America to know there's something called Afrobeat.
Right.
Talking about people like Fela, talking about people like even the Mo Hits records. The first time I saw a collaboration in America was that song by Snoop Dogg and the band was. I remember that Rolls Royce with painted green, white, green. You know what I'm saying? They made it, even if wherever you are as an artist struggling, wherever you are in Africa, when you see stuff like that, it inspires you. It makes you know that this can be me. If this guy can do it, I can do it.
And then in that interview, I also said, but people always run with whatever they, into a snippet or whatever. I also said, respect to Burna's talent and what he has accomplished as an artist. How will him feel if in 10 years' time some kids picked up from where he stopped or from where we stop right now, and it goes about saying, nobody pay for it for this. Who's Burna Boy? Burna Boy did not do anything. How will him feel?
Yeah.
Right.
Because if somebody said that to, I will say you are mad. If I see a young kid coming out to say after all this, because before Burna, let me tell you what I'm pissed off about. I remember in the time when Whiskey used to come and do all these podcasts in America.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember him always saying, you see the people coming behind me, you've not heard anything. The people coming behind me are way better and greater, and that is what we kept saying.
Yes.
Right.
That's
and
true.
I could remember, even David, that is how you promote people behind you. That is how you encourage people behind you to do better.
Because the cycle's going to keep going.
Yeah.
Keeps going. Not that you come, when you've accomplished so much, we love you, we know what you're doing, and you say no. Come on, that's like I said, it's absurd. It doesn't encourage anyone.
True.
It makes you feel like you're arrogant. It makes people feel like you're just too much of yourself, and you feel you are ahead of everyone.
Right.
nobody is disputing the fact that Burna is the greatest.
One is greatest,
Right.
of course.
Because for you, but whether you like it or not, people like David has made all these doors open. Has made
Definitely.
all these things easy for everyone to come out and do it because they've done it.
Yeah.
So I think we need to, and at this point, I feel like Afrobeat, it will decline. It will keep declining in a way for me, if you ask me, because if we don't come together and appreciate and push this up.
Right.
It has happened before. Different, things that happened in the music. Jamaican reggae was on top of the game before now. So if not, like they're saying, if we don't appreciate what we have right in front of our eyes.
Yes.
So,
And that takes me to my next question. Last week, or I think it was last week, Wizkid was trending because he went online and he said, I'm no longer an Afrobeat artist. If you love Afrobeat, don't follow me. Don't listen to my next album. Don't ever call me an Afrobeat artist. I took offense to it, personally.
For me, I did not know where you spoke.
No. It's not about.
I'm over here like, how do I process this right
I
now?
don't know what point. I don't know where sometimes something can just piss somebody off.
Yeah, but it's not.
Maybe it's just a marketing thing.
It's not. It's not about marketing. Trust me.
He was serious.
You can't just say there are things you don't say. There are lines you don't need to cross. Afrobeats make you. Afrobeats is what everybody has sacrificed to get to where it is today.
Afrobeat is what everyone is eating from.
And for someone that has benefited from that term Afrobeat, someone that is looked at internationally as one of the major flag bearers of Afrobeat, to come out and say stuff like that, I feel like that's very disrespectful.
Yeah.
I'm very, very honest, because at the end of the day, you can't come out. When you say this, you have to understand. I'm sure he has over 15 million, 16 million followers. I'm sure, like,
right.
No, I'm just saying, like, he's sending this message across the world. This is not. You're not just saying this to a group or a room full of people. He just made it. And he said it, and he owned it. I feel like that is bad. If whoever is his strategist, his marketing team, he needs to fire all of us. If this is supposed to be a marketing strategist,
and what I'm trying to say is, Wizkid is the most influential artist in Africa. Okay, let's say what am I saying?
He's one of them.
He's one. Definitely one. But when you're talking about one of them, he's topping the list. Have you seen this Wizkid FC?
Yeah, that's true.
So what will his sound like?
Well, those people, he's Afrobeat.
But he said don't listen to it because it's not going to be.
No, he's dropping a new album. I don't know if that's a marketing strategy. Then he came out and he said that, hey, if you like Afrobeats, don't follow me. Right. If you're trying to listen.
But do you think that album really not going to have Afrobeat?
Definitely will.
It definitely. That's what I'm saying. It definitely will. So he's just talking. That's what I'm trying to get down to. Like, what would he sound like? Is he going to start rapping?
This is why I look at it. We fought so hard to push this Afrobeats. Now, even Chris Brown, the biggest international artist, are jumping on Afrobeat.
Oh, for sure.
Now,
Chris Brown. I'm talking about Rick Ross.
Sure.
Now that it's your time to embrace it and hold it and push it and respect it, now you're disrespecting it. That's the way I look at it.
Right.
I made a tweet about this. I told them, I said, see, now we go still use our hand, take keep what we have working for us. We always do it.
Yeah. True.
I mean, I've said a lot of times I tell people, I'm not someone have to say it the way it is, because if you keep sugarcoating these things, it's not going to help all these kids coming. Me, I will say my mind. They know nobody can come for me. If you come for me, all of us go face each other.
Just like that.
Trust me.
Come for you.
Look, we have something huge going on for us. We have something huge. Something people like King Sonny Ade, people are fathers, Usadebe, and the rest of them. He fought for.
Yes.
It's Fela,
all of them.
Respect.
Yeah.
These people, this is what they fought for. This is what they've been. Now we have it. And all of us is scatter. This one go talk you today. That one go smoke talking you tomorrow. That one go wake up talking you, and nobody is talking. And you feel like you think it's a flex? You think it makes you better than every other person? You're just fooling around. Everybody.
And the problem with this industry today is that people are not like the stakeholders in the industry, everybody wants to kiss ass. The main stakeholders in the industry, when you see something going wrong, call them out. Say it the way it is.
No, we're not call out.
No, so everybody's
that's
just
the solution.
everybody's out there kissing the ass. No, I don't want to say something before they tag me their enemy, before they don't come to my shows.
I'm not anybody's enemy.
You don't think if people call people out, that would cause chaos?
It won't cause chaos.
Maybe you call them out behind closed doors.
No, it's not. But because they didn't do it. What
you want to say?
No, because you know what?
Listen to
If
me.
you call them out behind closed doors, then people are not understanding that wrong. Like they put it out there in the open. Like they said that not behind closed doors.
So how do you
address it in the you are addressing in public?
But if you address it in public, couldn't that cause like issues and beef and?
You know, it's not about beef. If you coming from a good place,
Okay.
if you're saying the right thing, why would they take it the wrong way?
Like
I mean, people are people, right?
Well, I have respect for everyone.
We'll go about.
Anyone that has ever made it in this industry, in our industry, you will know that it is not a joke. For everyone who has made it, or from everyone who not even my own journey. You know where I came from. You know how much I worked to get here. You know how much I've done in that Lagos before even I got signed to Kenny's Music. So when I look at people and be like, yo, you know where I came from? Do you know how much I've done? I ran from home. I was doing all crazy kind of job in Lagos. Go and ask about me in Festac Town to Amuwu, Satellite Town, Alaba, 100. So then they know me. They know my story. So I'm not the kind of person that, and I don't kiss who's ass. Yeah, I know people that I like. Everybody know. Yeah, I love David. David is because he's cool. He's that kind of guy. And I love everybody. I respect everybody. I don't come to anybody's space except somebody asks me about them or I need to talk about them. But we have to say these things the way it is and don't sugarcoat anything if you really want progress. Because if you keep sugarcoating it and keep thinking because of you don't want this person to be mad or these fans, I know after this interview they're gonna come for me, but I'm waiting for them. Look,
You're waiting for
I've blocked over 700 people on Twitter. I'm still blocking. Is my block button, it still works. So once you come, I'm blocking. Once you come for me, I'm blocking. I know you come for me, but you're gonna get blocked. You only on your timeline you'll be reading about me. You can't see my profile.
You gonna see.
You want.
I'm gonna have your back door, so don't worry.
Thank you. So
you're welcome.
It's not, but if we don't say this the way they are, if we don't talk about it, these people coming, these kids coming, they feel like it's a flex. They feel like it's always, it's the right thing to do. But it's not, because what we have right now is what our great grandfathers fought for.
Right.
True.
Is what our legends fought for. Some of them, they fall for this thing, they give up along the line because they cannot fight it alone. But now we have it. Bro, Afrobeat's probably if I'm not lying, the biggest new genre in the world right now.
For sure.
So what I was supposed to do, we're supposed everybody eating and keep pushing it and keep appreciating. Not that you just wake up one day, say things that will make people feel less of themselves. We say it just because you're on top of the game. Don't forget, nobody is on top of the game forever. Even though I have a song that has been relevant for over 10 years and they still do not want to give me a flower. But but the best you can do is to encourage these kids coming behind you and let them know that they can do it too. Not that you don't want to just because you want to be the most relevant or the number one. No, I don't know if I'm making sense.
You are. So encourage and educate all at the same time.
Thank you.
From where it's coming from where it's going, and how to stay together so that it can continue to evolve. Now, I'm listening to you and you're talking about we can do this and do that. If you can name 3 things, if you could improve the African music industry, what are 3 things you would do to improve it?
Okay, first of all, the number one would be the live performances.
Okay.
I'll be like, sometimes I go on different shows and I watch some of these artists cannot perform live.
What are they lacking?
Some of them are studio artists.
Okay.
Some of them just record it studio. When it comes to come on stage, that song that you sang in the studio, come and sing it live, it's always a problem. Now that would be
the foundation.
That would, for me, I feel like
that's one.
I feel like that is one thing. The rest should be your style. Whatever the rest should be whatever suits you, whatever your style, and how you want to do it, But I feel like this would be like You said three things.
Three things. So that's
I
number
feel like
one.
this is one major thing I have problem with. Like first, second, maybe the third one would be, we need to, try and not just make, music that goes to the club. Sometimes try and make, even why you make those ones that goes to the club, and people don't know that this part is the reason why a David, a Burna, or Whiskey is different.
Okay.
That is why people don't know that these people, they make all these songs that will make you dance, but in between they'll give you one message, and like I feel like, but I'm a common person, but when you hear a song like that, you be like, is that Burna still singing? That's true. So you understand, songs like that. You remember David, Ekuro lalaba kwewa bojunro. Songs like that. So a lot of these young kids, I just want to make a hit record. Yeah, after making those hit records, try and make other music that those that music, cut across.
Those ones those are the songs that's gonna keep you relevant for a very long time.
Right.
Very long time.
Songs with a message. Songs with a message.
We know that the club songs,
they're gonna play.
They have expiry dates.
Yeah, they have a lifespan.
Right.
They have ones. I don't think there's any club song that's lasted more than 3-4 months in a year.
It's true. No, 1 month. No.
Okay. Because
that's the average lifespan.
That is why most of the artists, if you think about most of the artists that does only club, some of them too much 2 years.
Yeah.
You just be asking, where is that guy that won something of the year? Where is that guy that won what happened? Because you have to, you think this music is just about making back-to-back club song. It's not about
and also I also feel like it's not just about making songs. It's about also having messages in your songs. Like there are little children out there that follow you, that believe in everything you do. Talk to them through your music. It's not always gonna be like we're partying, girls, boobs, blah 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 blah. Drinking in the club. You know what I'm saying? At least when you give them some of that to dance to, when they're not in the club, let them have something to relate to. Like these are people that worship you. These are people that want to be like you. Talk to them through your music.
Right.
And that's for me. I feel like
your three things.
Oh man, the live performances. That one you gotta give it to Burna when it comes to live performances. Burna is a killer. He's a killer.
Yeah, he's a killer.
I gotta give that to you.
I think he's one of the best on stage.
He's one of the best. Trust me when it comes to live performances. Yeah, I had to give it to Burna. And David is crazy about live performance. The last one I experienced in Houston.
I was there.
Backstage. You saw
David tore the show from beginning of the show to the end of the show. I'm not kidding. And this guy was on stage for 2 hours.
If I was the only one,
and it was never a normal.
I was the only one.
If I only been talking, they would say
2 hours on stage. I'm not playing. 2 hours on stage.
So the live performances we needed,
and that's what's gonna take this culture, this whole thing called Afrobeat to the next level. Because when you look at the reggae artists, I've been privileged to do shows with some of the top reggae artists across the states, and the energy they bring on stage, you hear this. But some of these Afrobeat artists, you listen to their song, you love their song, you bring them on tour, and you watch them perform their song, you hate the song.
I don't want to.
No, I'm serious. No, seriously. No, I'm not kidding.
Trust me, I've been to some shows. Oh, now. Vex music. Maybe I can collect the microphone for you and sing your song with you. Because you have a beautiful song. What's stopping you from, just singing this song live? What is holding this song from coming out live? Because
I think some of the problem now is this, right? Most of these artists, they just get in the studio, playing around in the studio. Boom, one hit song goes viral, and then they were not expecting it. There's no foundation, and that one song, these days all you need is one song to go on tour. So when they have that one song, they didn't even have time to sit down, rehearse, come together with a performance strategy.
That is when investing yourself comes. Like me, I can just be like, I need to go to the studio. That's why even my song, if it's this year, I have a lot of different live performances of the song version.
Yeah,
because I know the importance of doing live music. That is, if you want to connect to people more with your music, you must be able to sing it live to them. And sometimes you just have to invest your money, get a band, put them together, mess around with them, perform with them, put it on YouTube. That helps you. That keeps you up there when it comes to your other performances, because you've already been doing it. So
I think the thing is that most of our artists coming up, the new school, they need to go and study the ones that are international people. They need to go and take go to Burna school, David school, Whiskey school. They need to go back and flavor. Go back and look at what these guys.
I have a song with Flavor.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Flavor did one thing that till today I have not been able to see another artist do it. Everything he sang on the song, he played it out on keyboard before.
Yeah, of course.
Before he even dropped those vocals. So that is me making sure that everything he's singing is correct. It's not off. It's not flat.
It's not off key.
So he played everything out from his keyboard. Then, before he laid the vocals. People like that man, when it comes to live performances, man,
and go on and
Flavor is definitely on the top of.
Flavor is way up there. Flavor is stage killer, top stage killer. That's what I call him.
So I don't think a lot of artists don't pay attention to most of these people who does these things, because it's not just about singing in the studio. Anybody can go to the studio. You must be able to perform live. Like my new album, the first thing I'm putting on in front of all the songs is me asking myself, do you think you can sing this song live? If I cannot sing this song live, I'm not putting it on the album.
So I want to talk about that. Before we close out, what are your next projects right now? You just mentioned an album. Let's go ahead and go right into it before we close out.
Okay, so I just dropped a new song called Shiba Shibo.
Okay.
And it has a lot to do with some of these talk they've been talking for a minute in the industry, because people just want to talk,
right?
And they say things they know nothing about, so that is out there. You can go check it out. And then I have a new one with a Spiral, which is coming out on the 12th of April. And then straight after that we're going to the album, so 12th of April.
Everything on the album you can perform live, right?
Everything. Yeah.
Can you give us like a slip?
So you can do it right now if you really wanted to,
like,
right?
Like you said the one with Spiral is dropping.
Yeah, it's dropping
April 12th.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like a couple of days after my brother. So you can just give us like a slip.
Wait! Not that you threw your birthday in there. He trying to get an early birthday.
Yeah. So I'm looking for him. Say the kind of love where you give me, day for Lucky Aja. My baby fine, no need makeup. A million years I go still day for you, 'cause I ride with you till we fall off. Nothing go fit change the way I feel for you. For my head, you dey for my head, and you dey for my chest, and that is a flex for my head. For my head, oh, you dey for my head, and you dey for my chest, and that is a flex for my head.
Y'all just heard my favorite new song.
Nice.
No, I'm excited.
It was really nice meeting you, and then hopefully Afrima this year you're gonna rock the stage.
Oh, come on, man. We always
have to. You have to.
This is, and I'm saying, this is not just a career for me.
Yeah.
Music, it's a way of
what you
life.
do.
This is what I do. This is my
It's your
life.
purpose.
This is what I love. God knew that.
Yeah.
And I'm not about to stop now. It's too late. Too late to look back. Too late to quit. You just have to keep moving. And I'm happy and thankful and grateful for the people who's been showing me love and support. These guys are the reason why I'm still here. I won't lie to you. Sometimes I'll be like, if I just giving this thing up, I'll be disappointing a lot of people.
True.
Right.
A lot of people will be so disappointed. Like, I have this song called Ajay. That's the song that I talk about being tired and all that. I have two different versions of the song. I had one with your boy Fino, Zlatan, and the Magneto, a different version of the song. I have another one with Barry J, Lighter, and Barry J and Lighter. And it keeps coming. I wake up one and I just see somebody, just sitting down and just crying, listening to all these songs. And you see how much impact these songs have on people.
Right.
You just have to keep. You just have to, you just have to do more. It's just like the only way is to open your, hands to learning and to, improving on what you have. And for me, I've always understood that, most of the best thing that can happen to you as a career person is to improve on yourself and learn more every day, not feeling like I'm done, I'm the best. Now, you have to open your arms, learn more, read more, go on. But I just be on YouTube watching people perform, trying to see how I can take one or two things from them. I encourage every young artist watching me right now to do that. It doesn't have to be about you all the time. You have to
be a student to the game.
Learn, because it's the only way you can be relevant. It's the only way you can get better. It's the only way you can do it better.
True.
No, absolutely. But like Big A said, it's been a pleasure having you.
Tell
everyone know where they can follow you.
Okay, so you can follow me at Jaywon Jaywon. Jaywon Jaywon. Most of the accounts are verified, so you need to be on the lookout. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Which one again? There's too many of them.
All of them.
So just try and look out for Jaywon Jaywon, on all these platforms.
Well, thank you. And that was the Uprima podcast. See you next time.
Thanks.
Thank you.